you're not a fan of Trump. Some would even say, you have animosity towards him, maybe even hate towards him. It's felt that way if I watch you in the interviews. Where does your feeling towards Trump come from?
I don't. I mean, I feel that Donald Trump should not be the president of the United States. Is not the kind of person I would certainly elect as the president of the United States. Is not the kind of person who can carry out what I know to be the demands of being the president of the United States. I mean, Donald Trump, I don't hate Donald Trump. I have no personal animosity toward Donald Trump. As a matter of fact, when we're together, we get along just fine. And I've known Donald Trump for quite a long time, back in New York days. I just feel that all of his impulses as the president of the United States are ultimately damaging and counterproductive.
You think some of these stories of, Melania, how he met her and Epstein ties, do you think some of these could be coming from a place, because everybody tried to get him on Russia, that came back, that wasn't good. Everybody tried to get him on all this stuff with 2024, hey, here's his mugshot. And every single time it seems like it's become the next hoax and the next hoax. So maybe people right now are saying, you really think there's any ties with Epstein and Trump?
Well,
people need to know about?
There are clearly ties with Epstein and Trump. I mean, the
but
idea
anything
that
nefarious.
Nefarious. Well, it's how you define. I don't know. This is what I know. I won't even try to define that they were friends for well more than a decade, almost 15 years. They were interested. Both of them were interested primarily in the two things they were interested in were women, girls, and money, get rich quick money stuff. And the women, girls they were interested in, obsessively so, fetishistically in a way, were models. And remember, this was the age of the model. Supermodels, runway models, catalog models, Eastern European models, and a wide population of girls who just dreamed of being models. That's what they saw as status. That was the thing that turned them on, I suppose. Trump's interest in beauty pageants, Epstein with Victoria's Secret girls. That's what they were in constant pursuit of. And then people say to me, but you don't mean to say that Donald Trump was interested in little girls. And I say, listen, what I know is they were interested in models. How old are models? Models certainly at that point in time were anywhere from, I don't know, 14 to 20, basically.
When I hear models, I don't think 14 to 20. I think,
well, then you would
20.
be incorrect in that, because that's what they were.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there's young models there. I'm sure there's, and that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, it's easy the gossip intel when they flirt with each other, right? So that leads to accusations, and then everyone's writing about it. And the next thing like the story, the story I read about Princess Diana, the competition between the two. Did you share that story, or was that story shared by somebody else?
I did.
Would you mind sharing that story?
Well, that was just a kind of, they were deeply interested in the royal family, both of them. And why were they interested in the royal family? Because the royal family was a great social climbing vector. You remember, both Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein are always trying to raise money. Where do we get money from? And, Donald Trump by that point had gone through several bankruptcies. I mean, nobody at this point is blue chip. So how do you raise money? Fairly large sums of money. Well, you raise money by knowing people who can give you access to money. How do you know those people? Well, there are lots of ways, lots of social climbing ways, but one of them, the best ways, is to know someone in the royal family. So it was both Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein became in hot pursuit of access to the royal family, most successfully with Prince Andrew. But at one point, then they had this competition, and it was, this, I don't know how serious this was or how it was just to amuse them about who would be the first one to sleep with Diana. This was after the marriage to Charles had basically broken up.
Did anybody win?
That I don't know.
I don't know if Jeffrey told you this. Nowadays, more than ever, the brand you wear reflects and represents who you are. So for us, if you wear a Future Looks Bright hat or a Valuetainment gear, you're telling the world, I'm optimistic. I'm excited about what's going to be happening, but you're a free thinker. You question things. You like debate. And by the way, last year, 120,000 people got a piece of Future Looks Bright gear with Valuetainment. We have so many new things. The cufflinks are here. New Future Looks Bright. This is my favorite, the green one. Just yesterday, somebody placed an order for 100 of these. If you watch the PBD podcast, you got a bunch to choose from. White ones, black ones. If you smoke cigars and you come to our cigar lounge, we have this high quality lighter cutter and a holder for the cigars. We got sweaters with the Valuetainment logo on it. We got mugs. We got a bunch of different things. But if you believe the future looks bright, if you follow our content and what we represent with Valuetainment, with PBD Podcast, go to vtmerch.com. And by the way, if you order right now, there's going to be a special VT gift inside just for you. So again, go to vtmerch.com, place your order, tell the world that you believe the future looks bright. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.